Alright, so I asked Alexa to play me some hip-hop instrumental music. I didn't even know if it existed. And the song that comes on, and it's the lyrics, mind you, not instrumental. It is Guess Who's Back, Shady's Back. Guess Who's Back. Alright, and, you know, we're just gonna roll with it. So, I hope you guys had an amazing weekend. Nice long weekend for some of you. Let's get into the message. Let's call on our angels, saints, ancestors, and spirit guides into our energy for divine guidance with messages for our highest and greatest good. We are surrounded in divine white light, so it is and so it will be. All right, so the decks I was called to pull on are these two. Okay, this is about personas. This is gonna tell you what's up, and this is gonna tell you who this. Okay. Who dis and what they're doing. All right, what do you need to know about, and why is the song from Eminem coming on that says guess who's back, Shady's back? All right, so let's tap into this energy. What do you need to know for your highest and greatest good? This is for the channel, and so it is. Okay, ready, set, go. I tend not to play music in my videos because they get flagged for copyright, and I don't want to lose the whole message. So that be the reason. Someone is feeling like trash. Someone is trying to get rid of the evidence. Okay? I feel like somebody could be dealing with something about like having to hide their lifestyle, hide who they are. I feel like it's kind of a love triangle with the 3 hearts and this balloon here. So I feel like somebody may have made an agreement, or there's something going on where secrets are being held, and someone very much could be in the closet, but don't take that if it doesn't resonate. I feel like for some of the channel, you know, there were people that were dealing with somebody who was completely not who they said they are, okay? To the point of like, you know, potentially in the closet about how they feel about themselves and others, and I don't need to get into that. Again, love triangle, all right? So I'm getting like heavy third party, heavy triangulation with people, having to kind of like have someone be the cover, but then behind the scenes, this is what they really want. I feel like they're trying to hide the proof now. Maybe there is proof. I feel like somebody may need to let go of something. There could be memories that are being cleaned up, screenshots. There's proof of this, and I feel like someone very much could feel like it's too much. All right. Yeah, it says secrets being held. There's some sort of love triangle, a situationship. There could be like secret hookups going on. Okay, that was the bottom of the deck. All right, what else do we need to know, Spirit? Thank you. So, guess who's back? Shady's back, okay? They're trying to hide the proof of everything because they've been exposed, okay? This is happening around summer. So now, or this could be happening in 6 months. Yeah, look at coming back, reconciliation, wanting a second chance, and remembering. They can't come back to you if they have all this going on in the background and there's receipts. So I'm getting like they're trying to clean up the mess, or they're needing to clean up a mess. Something's messy, very, very messy. And that might have been why you left the situation. Maybe this is why you were called to choose yourself over what this was. I feel like this is not something that you feel is a gift. This is not something that you are thinking of, okay? This came out in reverse. So I'm getting like maybe for some of you, this could be like them wanting to bring in some sort of like peace offering or ask you on a date. And then for some of you, this is not going to happen. Okay. This is just in the energy, so don't make it fit if it doesn't fit. I feel like this is maybe their thoughts, their intentions, okay? I feel like there could have been a lot going on behind the scenes here, maybe with you as well as wherever they went. I feel like there's a lot behind the scenes that people are keeping secret, okay? Like almost for this person too, I'm getting. Because I feel like, you know, letting you know, right? They didn't let you know that they were seeing somebody behind your back or was seeing people behind your back. Yeah, I feel like now there could be like an energy of feeling overwhelmed with thoughts. Could be very angry, built up emotions, and furious with rage. Like they're fired up about everything because they can't do this. They can't come to you and bring in some sort of sweet offer of nothings and get back into your energy because you are not wanting to rekindle anything with them. And this makes them angry. So it's kind of like they're being exposed and they're having to clean up their messiness. And their intentions may have been to return, but now they're feeling like they can't return because there's some sort of like proof. Screenshots, proof, too much, okay? Secrets. They may have like given presents to people and you kind of picked up on this. You might have called them on this, okay? So I have admire, confused, and children. So I feel like that one, divine feminine energy, and then deadline. Okay, so what I'm getting here is that there is this like telepathic love going on. I feel like someone's feeling very empty, lost, invisible, wanting to run away from a love connection. Or some sort of situation that they find themselves in. I keep hearing like situationship. So there was some sort of like agreement here. There is responsibilities as it relates to children or something that's been created that, you know, requires someone to be accountable and responsible. Maybe someone is wanting to run away from the situation that they now find themselves in. It could have something to do with a family dynamic or a child. Maybe they're now having to step up and be responsible. There's innocence, immaturity, and childhood here. So this could speak about any of those involved in this situation. I feel like the intent was to keep things like unclear, cloudy. So there wasn't clarity. I feel like that's how this person or group operates. And then I have a leader, strong intuition, empath, and healer to others. So you may have been very intimidating to whatever energy this is. And as a result, it triggered maybe some inner childhood wounds, which then was like a catalyst for someone being forced to be in their authentic energy, whether they liked it or not. You see this as like a blessing and a gift to no longer be in their energy. I feel like now they very much could be seeing you as a gift and wanting to come back around with that whole Shady's back. But I feel like you're not interested. This is not something that you're letting in your energy. I also have a deadline here, so this could be coming up for you. You could have a deadline as it relates to things. You could have, this would be confirmation for you. You could be feeling like a bit on the edge. Someone feels like they can't wait any longer, like time is running out. Because I feel like you're in your power, okay? In whatever way that is. I feel like you've found self-love and acceptance. You are in your authentic energy. I feel like you have a lot of strong self-awareness. Maybe they're realizing now that there was something that they're meant to do, and so they're feeling the pressure. Look at terms. Look at upside down terms. All right, so when it's in the upright, it says working out, negotiating with you, and begging. And this was in reverse now. Okay, so what I'm getting is, you know, something is 100% not working out. And, you know, they're wanting maybe, or wanted to have some sort of negotiation, compromise, but I'm getting like you're not willing to negotiate terms. They're too untrustworthy. Yeah, look, the next one comes out is facade, wearing a mask. Okay, this energy is like putting on a front. They're a people pleaser, they have hidden motives, and they have weird behavior. So you're not willing to have any kind of agreement with this energy I'm picking up on. I'm also getting, for some of you, there is some sort of like criminal stuff going on. There's evidence. I feel like it's as it relates to temptation. There's some sort of law enforcement involved. I feel like there's evidence. I'm getting that there might have been sex for money here. Bottom of the deck energy. Water signs, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Okay, let's see. Thank you, Spirit. What do we got here? Jealous. Someone is extremely jealous. A snake in the grass. Okay? They're slimy. They're slithery. They're camouflage. Sometimes they hide. I feel like they're talking behind your back. They're envious, they're petty, and they're attention seeking because they are insecure. Okay, they may want to communicate in some way, shape, or form. Okay, I feel like there's someone who's been dealing with a player just like them. So it says player, and then it also says like there's addictions at play, and they're juggling connections. And I feel like there's this energy of like doing them as if it was done onto you, or someone's doing them as they done onto you. So there's some sort of like getting somebody back or entertaining options. I feel like this is like an open relationship here. And I feel like this is maybe what somebody's trying to clean up out of their phone. Maybe their social media. Yeah, here's that third party, love triangle. All right, this is the other woman, the other man, doesn't matter. I feel like there's secret hookups going on. So someone is experiencing third party dynamics. It could be lots of cheating, lots of entertaining others behind each other's back. So I'm getting like they very much could be doing this to each other. I feel like maybe the third party is the same sex, but it doesn't have to be. Take it out might resonate. Again, situationship and love triangle. Someone has secret hookups on the down low. I feel like somebody's very sneaky. They may be hiding behind fake profiles. They may be hiding themselves, plotting, okay? Trying to come up with a way to kind of like get back into your energy. They're not sure how to get back into your energy. So I'm getting they're plotting, okay? Here's the thing. This is their intention. Revenge. This is why they've been plotting and planning, okay? I feel like it's game over. They know it's game over and time's running out. Okay, patterns. I feel like many of you are going to sit back and watch the show, okay? Someone wants to get even, and I feel like they're very childish, immature behavior, okay? Or they could be dealing with somebody who is very childish. I feel like somebody may have had a decision to make, and now, you know, they're being forced to decide, whereas before they may have like held back, they were procrastinating. Maybe that's why this time running out is playing up here. I feel like somebody needs some sort of intervention in their life. This could be as it relates to drugs and codependency. Somebody wants to come towards you. Okay, they may be like in their feels when it comes to like songs, playlists, thoughts. Maybe they still have a spark here. Maybe they're feeling the pressure to come towards you because they know that there might be somebody else that could be replacing them. They're feeling this. They're feeling on edge. They're feeling angry. They're feeling jealous. They're trying to find a way to like get revenge on you. On an air sign. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, potentially. Someone's taken their long-ass time. There's been no contact. Okay. Water sign, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. I'm leaving that out. I've seen it twice. Fire signs, Aries, Leo, Sag. Leave that one out. Okay, all signs present. Let's just get them out. Get them out, get them out. Time frames, signs, we'll put them over here. Okay? And then we'll get some personas, which might be helpful when we're trying to figure out, like, who's who. All right, let's get some energy regarding confused, guarded, past trauma, building up walls, defensive, and a blocked heart chakra. All right, so this would be why someone's feeling invisible. There's emptiness. They're wanting to run away. They're feeling lost, confused, guarded, defensive. Someone is completely unavailable and not able to be emotionally vulnerable. Okay, someone plays games. I feel like somebody may have trapped somebody with a child. Or someone feels this way, feels like they were trapped with a child. Their heartstrings could have been manipulated. I'm getting like someone plays mind games. Okay, game over. Like, come on. And then I have taking advantage of things, playing with feelings, and stringing along. Okay. Someone may have been strung along as it relates to this like child energy, children, responsibilities, maturity, and innocence. Maybe somebody held a secret about this child and it could be not theirs. I'm getting there could be searching, profile hunting, blocked contact. I said there's no contact. Again, someone is researching you. And I'm getting it is this divine feminine. Okay? That could be masculine energy or feminine. Don't get so caught up in the genders, okay? Or signs. It's the energy I'm reading. Okay, next I have closed off. Someone feels very anxious. Okay, so maybe this whole like deadline, clock's ticking, time running out, some sort of like intervention here, someone on edge. I feel like they refuse to give in. And I'm also getting like there could be like total silence between the two of you. Okay. Again, unexpected visit, phone call, knock, riding by the house. Okay. Guess who's back? Shady's back. Okay. So there could be a swing through. What else do we need to know about this? Yeah, someone's emotions are running high. In and out energy. This is somebody that, you know, can't commit. I feel like you're looking for somebody who's real, not fake. I feel like this was a fake commitment. This was a fake promise. This was like a false soulmate or someone who fell from grace. Someone who pretended to have long-term goals, pretended to be interested in a commitment, a family dynamic, but I feel like they were a con artist. Okay? They conned you in this situation, and I'm sorry. I know that can be hard to heal from, but I feel like you're calling in a soulmate energy. You want someone to share goals with. You want someone who's going to have long-term happiness, not short-term gratification. This person has hidden motives and weird behavior, and you got yourself out of it by the grace of God. So Spirit led you out of this mess. And I feel like they find themselves now surrounded in the mess they created for you. And I feel like this is a mess that they create everywhere they go. And I feel like at some point you hit a brick wall and it's game over. Okay. I feel like there's this energy of you being free, like a butterfly. The transformation is big. Feelings of like completeness, happiness, can't stop smiling, and you are devoted and committed. And I feel like that's what makes them jealous, because you're happy without them. Okay, you've moved on. You don't have any interest in dealing with the situation. Okay, we do have another time frame. We have around a winter. So this could be playing out, you know, depending on what hemisphere you're on. These exposures are happening They're being judged at this time by the peers, and the secrets are out, and everybody's finding out what this person's been doing in this relationship dynamic. Okay, I feel like whatever's been going on behind the scenes, in the closet, out of the closet, who gives a shit? I'm getting they're being exposed. And I feel like that's justice for you. Because I feel like you picked up on the fact that this was all going on and you've been speaking the truth the whole time. And they've been lying, saying it's you. There's some sort of like flipping the script. Okay? I feel like this person has like the spirit of lust on them, like Jezebel, whether it's feminine or masculine. There's something here that, you know, someone does behind the scenes that is contributing to that attachment, if you will. Look at this. Look at this huge ash. Oh, that's awesome. So, you know, just as a heads up. I feel like, yeah, here we go. Like, somebody wants to swing through. Okay? Somebody wants to swing through. You know, it's up to you whether you want to hear this person out. All right? But I feel like their intentions are, you know, not on the up and up. This is not someone that you can trust. They want you to unblock them. They want to hear your voice. They want to ride by the house. They want to just kind of pop up on you. What else do we need to know about this? Yeah, look at, and then this comes out. Yeah, I feel like fake profiles, like maybe they thought they were going towards something that was going to be a blessing, a gift. I feel like the gift is in reverse. So they found out that like this was not what they thought it was. Okay, so they very much could be wanting to turn back around because they realized where they went was, you know, this. It's almost like they attracted exactly the behaviors, the actions, the thoughts, like all the childish behavior here. Always wanting to get even, manipulate, get revenge, gain power, manipulate, and control. I feel like this is being done to them by someone else. So it's like that energy that they thought was a gift was actually their karma. Okay? So they're experiencing some sort of like backlash. Okay? Okay, I have someone looking at old photos, maybe as they're cleaning up the trash there. They're remembering good times with you. They're thinking about you, and they very much could be dwelling on the past. Okay? So they're not sure how to move forward, is what I'm getting. This could have been a twin flame to you, but it doesn't have to be. It could be a false twin. Could be someone who was a catalyst for your awakening. I feel like you might be receiving some sort of appreciation from others for maybe how you contribute in some way. I feel like you overcame this through self-love. It was a self-love healing journey for you. So this was a catalyst for your growth. Yeah, some of you were mirrored back and forth. Some of this, there's like a reflection of a soul here. Okay, I feel like, you know, it was to heal this heart chakra. So if you've done the work and healed your heart chakra, then congratulations. I feel like that was part of the purpose here, is to heal from past wounds, right? I feel like you're focused on building a stable foundation, one that surrounds yourself with family. I feel like you do have high hopes. And it's important that you and your family feel safe. And this could be someone starting a family or wanting or has a family. It might come and co-create with you. I feel like you prioritized your family. Yeah, look at entrapment, heartstrings, and child. Here's one of the secrets that are being exposed, is that somebody may have entrapped somebody or said they were pregnant so that they could string them along, okay? And kind of have some sort of contract or financial obligation as it relates to like entrapment of some kind. All right, so I feel like there might have been a plot, a plan to trap this person, and they very much could be finding out now. All right, I feel like there's a mother figure here, a pregnancy test, entrapment, and conceiving. Okay. So I feel like somebody was very like playing games with people across the board. Okay, so I feel like this person's known to play games. This could be them or the person that they attracted into the reality. And so I'm getting like whatever this was, it's for the sake of like getting one over on others, or some sort of like having to win at all costs, right? And I feel like this person goes and does anything. Okay, so I'm getting like there for everybody is what I'm getting. Like there's nothing that not it that I feel like it's for there for everybody. That's kind of what I'm getting. This also could be like something that happened at work. There's justice happening, so they could be experiencing also having to go to court when it comes to this. It could also be going to court as it relates to like a divorce, and you know, how's this child going to be taken care of? What are the things that they're following? Maybe just legal matters, but there's some sort of like justice and balance playing out here. There could have been like some gang stalking or something done illegally that they might be having to bring to balance here through the justice system, physical justice or spiritual justice. I feel like somebody took a risk. They made unsafe decisions. Gambled even. I feel like they gambled their life. Partner to partner energy is here. I feel like somebody's ashamed maybe by taking this risk and being caught. I'm getting like this partner to partner might have something to do with like what's going on over here as far as their lifestyle is concerned. Someone is appearing humiliated. So I feel like if you went through some sort of humiliation, so are they. I feel like they do things for appearances. They wear a mask. They're being known as a clown. And they're feeling ashamed at this time. I feel like if they humiliated you with a group, that's playing out for them. Okay? And that might be why the emotions are high. That might be why, like, people are finding out, like, this is a pattern here. This person plays games with people. This person likes to get even with people. Like, who is this person that I thought was my friend? I feel like this person is being, like, outcasted now. I feel like someone feels like they're unsatisfied, maybe with the commitment that they find themselves in. I feel like everybody's fake, very fake energy here. So it's like a fake commitment. Right? So someone's feeling like unsatisfied, losing interest, wanting to run away. I feel like you could be going away. You could be going on like an adventure of some kind. Okay? All right. We have communication. Someone wanting to reach out and touch someone here. Like this goes over here. Again, like heavy communication, heavy wanting to like get in your energy. So just kind of protect your peace is what I'm getting. You know, use your discernment to know, like, if anyone from the past wants to resurface, like, what are their intentions here to resurface? I feel like it's to negotiate, for you to lower your boundaries so that they can get back in your energy. Okay, they're in denial. Okay, they're in denial with a thought that, like, you would want to have anything to do with them. I feel like they're not facing the truth about themselves or the situations they find themselves in. Could be a bit of delusion here. All right, they refuse to give in, and I feel like their stories, they're not adding up. Okay, what do we got here? Yeah, I feel like you receive the signs, the communication, the telepathic messaging, the spiritual contracts. I feel like you see the angel numbers. All right, you know what's up. Someone is receiving some sort of like yeah, I feel like someone's mad because they got caught. Okay, their scheme, whatever they were scheming, doing, they got caught. Someone might have been paying for sex, or someone was paid for sex. Okay, and they got caught. Look at, they're not able to see you, visit you, connect with you whatsoever. Okay, they don't have any kind of spirit connection right now. Okay, I have around fall, another time frame. Someone may have like lost their ability to connect to the spirit world. Okay, they're feeling regrets at this time. I feel like they like tried to torch, you know, a specific soul contract here. They're feeling guilty, ashamed at this time. They're being distant and they're like blamable. Either they're blamable or blaming somebody else, or you were the one that was blamed. And that's why they can't close to you. Look at family, prioritizing family. Look at someone appreciates what you do and how you do it. There could be some good vibes coming your way from the community, your friends, your family. I feel like there could be somebody who might want to like come in to your energy again, take a risk. You want to come back, a second chance. Okay. Around springtime could be relevant. So we have all time frames as far as like seasons are concerned. Maybe this is what's going on. Like this has happened. I'm confirming this. There's like a coming back together. So this could be with somebody new, but I'm getting like reconciliation here. I feel like, you know, you prioritize yourself and they prioritize everybody else. There's a big difference here. So they don't even know who they are anymore. They're so far like separated from themselves. Okay. I feel like, you know, you're able to shed light on the situation just by you focusing on yourself. I feel like, you know, what you're experiencing in your life is very like apparent. Okay. And someone and what they're experiencing is also very apparent. Okay. It's very different experiences going on right now. Yeah, no contact here. Keep the no contact. All right. If they reach out, you don't need to respond. Okay. You have the gift of discernment. Okay. Silence, longing for you, and distance. Okay. They know that whatever this was that they chose, it was a very difficult lesson here. What do we have here? Secrets, no contact, new boo. They're obsessed to see who this new boo is because they can't imagine you being with somebody else, okay? And this is someone who has childhood wounds, someone who is triggered, someone who reacts, someone got caught in the act, and they're ready to explode. And this is an energy that, like, you need to surrender, okay? Don't try to deal with this energy. Let God handle it, okay? Let's get some, like, specifics. Let me just kind of shuffle this. Okay. Sometimes the deck is hard to shuffle. Okay. Let's get some like some deets. All right, so we want to find out about the new boo, so we're gonna leave that out. And then I would say let's talk a little bit about like who wants to show up. Okay, let's do the options: communication, trash, denial, law enforcement, temptation. Can you give us some info on that? Who are we talking about here? How can we help the channel understand like who's who in this situation? Because we do have player, we do have somebody who's potentially exploring other avenues here. And then we have this. Then they give me this. They're like, who cares? Venus in the 12th house, Pisces, I believe. They want you to focus on what you want, what you don't, not what you don't want. So this talks about a serious romantic relationship. And this is that new boo, okay? New boo energy, all right? So it says unconventional, appreciative, friendly, gets hurt easily, gets taken advantage of, fantasy, feels unworthy, secret lovers, mysterious, complicated love life, and loyal. You have high ideals regarding love and romance, often feeling disappointed that reality doesn't match up to your dreams. Still, you love unconditionally. So that's for some of you, I feel like it could have something to do with this new boo, but I'm also feeling like this could be this energy. Like they had like fantasy ideals, right? And they may have tried to like live out their fantasies, okay? And as a result, there's something playing out here because something was done unjustly, okay? Secret lovers over here, complicated love life, mysterious, someone who gets hurt easily. All right, so I feel like there's a bit of like codependency playing out in that. Unconventional relationships with people. Tumultuous social interactions. So this is like a Jezebel spirit that I'm getting. All right, Pluto in the 11th house, Aquarius, I know. Innovative thinker, devoted to friends, small circle of trust. I'm getting coven. I'm getting hate, superficialness. They have harsh relationship experience. They hold grudges and they're rigid. I also have strongly tempted to repress individuality to fit in. Your inner desire for self-expression will eventually prompt you to embrace being your true authentic self. So someone's being guided to be their most authentic self, okay? I feel like someone's hiding, and whatever secrets are coming out is so that, you know, they can go through this process to step into self-love, and hopefully these triggers help them with processing things that are unprocessed as it relates to like childhood wounds here. All right, what else we got? Okay, rules the roost. Mars in the 4th house, Cancer. I feel empathic, domestic, fiercely protective, tension at home, internalizes conflict, highly instinctual, emotionally strong, passive, aggressive, hates manipulation. Mars is like the energy of like fight, war. Emotional strength helps you fight for what you want, but you are torn between your desire for independence and your need for emotional security. So someone is kind of like torn between like the material realm and what they really want in life and desire. I feel like someone let their desires get the best of them, okay, to the point of imbalance. All right, what else do you want to tell us about this energy? I feel like, oh yes, entertaining the group. It's like someone is for everybody. All right, Venus, love in the 11th house, Aquarius, I know. So secrets are being revealed as it comes to love groups. Curious about people. Okay, your lover must share your interests, get along with your friends, offer new subjects of conversation, and be involved in the same causes or you'll walk away. So that could be for some of you. Somebody loves a party. Somebody loves a party. I feel like there's evidence of this group and what they did behind the scenes. And I'm getting like, it's game over. We have embodies kindness, Cancer rising, ascending. Approachable, unassuming, elegant, patriotic, combative, mood fluctuates, feelings hurt, indecisive, homebody, family-oriented, provider, sensitive. Your emotional sensitivity and empathy makes you exceptionally kind and sympathetic, but causes you to retreat into your shell when you are feeling hurt. So someone kind of self-isolates, feeling distant, blamable, guilty, ashamed. So can you tell me more about like this pregnancy, heartstrings, even the energy of trapment, pregnancy test? What's this? Who's this? Focused on self-sufficiency. Pluto in the 2nd house, Taurus, I have. It's because someone needed someone else's resources. Someone's confident, somebody self-reliant, protects assets, ambitious, creates an emotional and physical island. Your self-sufficient hyper-focus often prevents you from seeing outside perspectives, So your soul creates situations for you to see things from the other perspective. I feel like somebody may have wanted to project that someone experienced something as it relates to their own perspective, but now they're seeing it clearly now because now they have maybe a similar perspective. So it's like what goes around comes around energy. Okay. I feel like a true believer energy, sun in the 12th house, Pisces. I believe you are the eternal optimist and will rise above even the most difficult of circumstances. Although you are well loved, you feel few understand you. All right. So maybe this person purposely wanted you to be alone, and now they're understanding things from maybe a different perspective than what they've once had. I feel like you're introspective, you're deeply compassionate, you're a daydreamer. You can even be elusive, gentle, you're beloved by others, mystical. You could be hard on oneself, and you very much could be in the spotlight, but you tend to like to avoid it. Okay, so I feel like somebody may have wanted to like outcast you. What's this pregnancy? What's this energy? Okay, past life memories of abandonment. Okay, so there's a root cause here. I feel like this is something that maybe was a contribution to some of this pregnancy. All right, so it says Uranus in the 8th house, Scorpio, I desire. I just saw number 22. You might be seeing 22. This talks about your psychoanalysis skills can uncover betrayal, but the secret to feeling safe is in developing internal security within yourself instead of reaching outside for stability. So this is about finding things within yourself instead of looking at elsewhere. So it's kind of like a way of like protection. I also have internal security, sets poor boundaries, suspicious. I also saw something here. It said weird behavior and hidden motives. Okay, so someone seeks stability through other people. They don't have the stability within. They're needing meaning in their life. They betray and are betrayed. They accept abuse and eccentric sex and multiple transformations and exchanges. I feel like somebody traps somebody with pregnancy and fear of them leaving them and coming back to you. Instinctively gains societal power. So Pluto in the 10th house, Capricorn, I use. All right. Tactically adept, true grit, ambitious. I keep burping. Manipulative, sees no middle ground. It's either right or wrong. My highway or no way. Razor sharp, career focused, self-taught, confident, socially mobile, and strategic. Your key point of evolution is to integrate emotional intelligence into your actions instead of solely focusing on tactical moves to climb the social ladder or career. So someone used someone else to climb the social ladder or is very much invested in like what people think of them. So they like they're like a clout jumper. So if something looks better, they're gonna go towards that, even though it's like an illusion. Okay, because they're like this. There's an energy here of like being a bit of a fantasy chaser, not really rooted in reality. All right, there's someone who's very persuasive. Mercury in the 7th house, Libra, I balance. Due to your communication prowess, your human connections are next level. You crave intimacy, but will overanalyze the ups and downs of a relationship. So someone might have been very persuasive and worked really hard to talk somebody out of something that they were currently in. All right, as it relates to their intimacy, their passions, their lust, their ability to experience other things. I feel like that's what really may have created some sort of like manipulation or like a need to kind of like seek seek stability through others. There's this like wanting to climb the ladder, take advantage. It's like an energy feed. Okay, so this energy here, persuasive, talks about being expansive, affectionate, indecisive, sociable, considering every angle, vain, in constant contact, social butterfly, philosophical, and talks to problem solve. Due to your communication prowess, your human connections are next level. You crave intimacy, but will overanalyze the ups and downs of a relationship. Maybe you're a bit too advanced and deep for somebody, and so they went for less than. Okay. Admiration, though, I'm getting like Venus in the 10th house, Capricorn. You are idealistic and dream of having a glamorous life. You're passionate about your work, but if you're not admired for your accomplishments, you feel let down. All right, so this talks about like desires respect, loves getting VIP treatment, high social standing, marries for image. So someone married someone for image so that they could play around. Okay, it's like somebody would allow the abuse to go on and then have some sort of front. Okay, I was picking up like, you know, there's this front happening. All right, high social standing, marries for image, attracted by accomplishment. You are idealistic and dream of having a glamorous life. You're passionate about your work, but if you're not admired for your accomplishments, you feel let down, and there's like this lash out. I also have grand adventure, Sagittarius rising, ascension. Not everyone is honest, idealistic, and forthright as you. But these qualities, plus your thirst of knowledge and expansion, will help you achieve your goals. I feel like this taught you to not trust people. Okay, specifically let them show you, right? Someone may have a quick temper, they could be impulsive, they may need intellectual stimulation, they're wise, stoic, independent, fun, and impulsive and passionate. You might get bored easily. Okay. And then the last one we got was sweet home. Domesticity comes naturally, and your efforts to make home inviting and comfortable are always successful. You hate chaos and purposely make home a refuge. Like, you prioritize your peace. Okay, you are, you know, that home sweet home. You have a close-knit family. You're nurturing, you're respected, you're prosperous, moral, or this energy could be that's coming in. I feel like wants or has children, or you're successful with real estate or just your investments. You could be vocally creative. Mercury could be really strong in your placements, maybe in the 5th house. You could be a bit of a prankster. You could be a bit of like someone who talks a lot. I feel like you're falling in love radically. Changes your life as your lover becomes the muse of your creative expression. You love telling stories and making people laugh. So some of you just have this like light airiness about you. Okay, so that is some of what I have regarding the energy I'm picking up on. Okay, I did get a lot of different personas here. These cards are about personas. Okay. Let's see. Okay, I just want to clean this up a little bit. So I'm getting like, you know, things are coming to like an end, okay? In the sense of like cycles are closing out here. And with that comes, you know, the pressure, like, oh, well, you know, things aren't going the way I anticipated. And then there's this need to kind of like try to right the ship, but it's like the ship's already like rogue, okay? The ship has no captain, okay? The captain's been like, you know, messing around with the crew. I don't even know. I feel like it's just like all over the place here. But yeah, I feel like, you know, this ship has sailed, baby. This ship has sailed is the point, okay? The ship has sailed. All right. I love you guys. We're already at 50 minutes. I hope you enjoyed the reading for today. Just a reminder, we offer a circle twice a week. You can sign up for that on the website. It's a $20 cost a month. There's 8 circle classes a month. I have one in the evenings in the middle of the week, and then I usually have one in the middle of the day on the weekend, so that it accommodates people in other countries. So yeah, so check out the circle. You can book that on the website. I do offer private readings, also available on the website. Keep an eye out for any events that are coming up. I know we have some of that coming up, and I hope to see you guys soon, and enjoy the rest of your weekend. Bye now.